Hey everybody, how are you this evening? It's now Saturday evening, and as promised, the outlaw is going to bake some cookies as, oops daisy, don't do that. That's better. No. Let's see if we can't make sure we're just at the right height here. All right. Yep. So anyway, gotta plug this in. It's plugged in, and we'll bring that up. So anyway, what we're going to do is, because tomorrow's church and Mass and Karen is coffee hosting, we are going to make my molasses ginger cookies, which is based off an Amish recipe. Use 1 egg. Today, for her to take to church. This makes quite a few cookies. It's the first thing I like to do is the recipe calls for 2.5 cups of flour, but that'll be the last thing. I like to blend in all my soft ingredients first. So I'm going to put in 3/4 cup of unsalted butter, or salted butter, it doesn't really matter. I don't have any butter ready, so I'm going to use margarine, which is already soft, which is handy. But like I say, I like to do all the wet ingredients, get them all well mixed up. And that way, when we're ready for the dry ingredients, that's fine. Okay, to that, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of ground ginger, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cloves, 1/4 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And because you're using salt and margarine, you kind of really don't need to have salt at all. And to that also, I'm going to use 1/4 cup of molasses and a teaspoon of vanilla. I've already added the vanilla into here, so we'll just pour the molasses in. And it usually helps when I turn that off. It's a really great cookie recipe. If you look on Pinterest, you will find it. And it makes this beautiful soft molasses cookie. There's a spatula here that I know I do have. And while I'm at it, I'm going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. And get that underway. It's simple and easy to make. It makes a lot of cookies, and the kids and the grandkids just go nuts for this variety of cookie they have. Just enough sweetness and just enough spice, and so it's one that everybody loves. And people at the church really love it when I bake for them as well. Just to show you that I'm not totally lazy when it comes to cooking after the little bread experiment that you saw. All right. So we're going to go, and we're going to start mixing that again. And we're going to need some brown sugar, 1 cup of firmly packed brown sugar. Hi, Stormy. Of course, Stormy the Wonder Dog is here at my feet, as per usual. She loves these cookies too. She's not supposed to have them, but every once in a while one drops off the counter. So she's waiting. Even if she gets a little bit of a throw of the dough, she's happy. Let's get this all mixed up. You get all the spices and stuff like that incorporated. It works far better than if you just start with the flour. That if you mix your soft ingredients and your spices and your sugars first, and that you get a nice batter going. And finally, you're going to add 2 1/4 cups of flour. Like I say, I use a lot of the recipes on Pinterest. Karen and I find, and a lot of us find, that it's, when it comes to crafts and stuff like that, it is incredibly helpful. And the recipes are sometimes challenging, but that's good too. It's nice to have a good challenge every now and then. And there's my 1/4 cup. But ever since I became sick and I had to give up my regular job and I went back into journalism, I kind of said, well, I want to try out social media. I thought it would be a lot of fun, and so far it has been. It'll be nice when it starts to pay, but that's okay too. Let's give this a bit more of a This actually is a very thin batter because it's a moist cookie. And, but like I say, it's an absolutely beautifully delicious cookie. And all the kids really love it. And how many minutes is this without anything to it? Once you're done with that, you're going to be putting the cookies in for 10 minutes at a time. So we're going to get our bread pan. Let's keep that stirring. It doesn't matter if it's getting nice and mixed. So I got my cookie sheets. And I'll need some parchment paper. Now, I use just regular old dollar store parchment paper. I don't worry about anything else. Just going to give this another little stir. Okay, I got those off. And so yeah, whatever is cheapest to use, and you do a little bit of math sometimes, but I find that the dollar store parchment paper is just as fine, and believe me, it is no different than any other parchment paper. Just like their cheesecloths and everything like that. It's far more economical for you to do. And believe me, when you're making your own cookies, it's far cheaper too. If anybody sees how much one bag of cookies cost, you can see where there's value in doing it for yourself. And that's what this is all about. And yes, for those of my friends like Molly, a few of the others that know I'm a diabetic, I get to sample them a bit. And but for the most part, these are going to the church tomorrow, and we'll get quite a number of them. Now, we'll just put this over here and off of and out of the way. Like I say, this is a recipe for a very, very soft cookie. Put this on the table. Hopefully in the next week or two, we'll be able to do some sausage with you. I'm trying to get enough behind me, as it were. Walmart sells two different kinds of these. This one is their Great Value brand. The other is Cuisinart. This one was $7. The Cuisinart was $23. $7. But like I say, this is a soft cookie. But I mean, this cookie baller, what a godsend. And like I say, we'll get easily 3, maybe more, dozen cookies out of this. It is a real soft batter, like I say, but it does work. And I usually go for the full 10 minutes because it says 8 to 10 minutes, but usually it depends where you are. Like anything else, when you're baking, sometimes it takes more, sometimes it takes less. And I'm going to take these, and we're just about at 350. So we'll make sure that the oven's totally preheated, and I'll get my next tray ready to go. But I hope all of you took the time to enjoy our time in Hannah today, and the pictures, the drone videos of the roundhouse, and it was a fun day. I like doing the drone work. It's kind of fun. And that's incredible. Yes, I know I'm not supposed to do that, but this is home cooking. Mrs. B, Karen. I got something for you. And there, the oven is preheated to 350 degrees. Remember when your grandma used to give you the beaters to lick when you were kids? We still do. We give this to Mom to clean off. She'll know what to do with it. So yeah. Hey Google, set timer 10 minutes.
Got it, 10 minutes. And that's starting now.
Isn't technology wonderful? And I'll do that a few times tonight. But we won't keep you too long. We'll get the first batch off and show you what they're supposed to look like. And hopefully they'll turn out. Like I say, this is going to be a really soft cookie.
Are they softer than normal?
Well, this is a little bit of a different recipe that I'm trying from Pinterest, and I just hope I followed it correctly, but I'm pretty sure I did. It said it's a soft, chewy molasses cookie, Karen. The only difference is I use margarine instead of butter.
No, but this isn't your same one you usually make.
Nope, it's not.
So hopefully it turns out.
Well,
Since you've never made these ones before.
but might as well give them a try, right? This one looked like it was going to be a little less quantity so that we didn't overload people on sugar.
We need quantity because I need them for sure.
I know.
And I need quantity due to the recipe that doesn't have it in.
Yeah. Well, I might have goofed. I don't know. Like I say, if I goofed, I goofed. It would not be the first time. And I can always go again. She noticed right away that this isn't usually the same recipe that I use. But I thought, let's do a change up. This may be a mistake, but mistakes almost taste just as good as anything else. We're still going to get 4 dozen out of here easily. My guess is this is going to be a cookie that raises a lot more than the others. And there, we got 3 dozen so far, and I still got stuff in the pot. But we're going to wait, and we're just going to take the first batch out of the oven and see what they're like. I might need it, I don't know. Depends how fast this works. But yeah, no, we had a fun day. Like I say, I hope that you got a chance to listen or watch the drone videos that we shot today in Hannah. We did the old Hannah Roundhouse. My grandfather actually worked out of there in the days of steam engines. He started in the 1920s as an engineer in the States, and then he moved to the CNR in Canada. I think, you know what? I think we're going to make one big cookie. Or such thing. Oh yeah, they're looking good. But maybe leave them in for a couple of bit more than 10 minutes. Like I say, with every recipe there's a thing, and of course, whatever altitude you're at, your oven works one way or the other. So we may let them go a little bit longer than 10 minutes because the oven may not have been exactly at temperature even though it said it was. I don't necessarily trust the thermometer on the oven. How's it going, Stormy? Are you waiting for cookies? I'll bet you're waiting for cookies, aren't you? Stormy's our 9-year-old Cocker Spaniel. We got her as a rescue. We just love her. But she loves food too much. She's like me. Big, round, the middle. And tomorrow, I think when Karen gets back, we're going to start making some jam. And then when the night falls tomorrow, if it's raining, which will be good, I'm going to walk in and rip up a hornet's nest that has found its way into the ground in our raspberry bushes. And it's, of course, very low to the ground for their protection. I'm thinking it might be like the last one, which was right underground. And so when I started to pull it apart, boy, did I get stung. But because grandkids are around and my daughter is very allergic to stings, we got to do it this way. We're still waiting. It says 2.5 minutes. And I have one glove and 2 gloves. So that's what happened with us today. Like I said, I hope you were able to watch some of our trip and a bit of our live stream this morning. Karen apologized. She didn't realize because the camera kept on tilting on her. She's not used to using this new gimbal, and so that's not her fault. It was funny though to watch her try and operate the camera gimbal. It was worth a good laugh. Well, you think you're going to get a cookie, are you? You're just waiting for a cookie. Well, no, these have to go to the church. You see the look of dejection on her face. It's laughable. Come on. Like I say, I think I'm going to let it go a little bit longer. These are very soft cookies. It was a very soft batter. Like I say, Karen recognized it right away. This isn't your regular recipe. No, it's not. Hey Google, stop timer. about right, and I don't think they're quite there yet. I'm not sure. That's really good. I'm gonna let it go for a couple more minutes. Hey, Google, set timer for. Hey Google, set timer 2 minutes.
All right, 2 minutes. Starting now.
I don't want to burn them either, so sorry for keeping you waiting. But that's what grandpas do. And the outlaw is a grandpa, if you hadn't guessed. I know when I did my YouTube today, when I was trying out the 2 different bread machines, I had to laugh because, of course, all of a sudden there was this message on the text going, "Hey, Grandpa!" Which is, they usually say Opa. And I laughed and I said, "Yep, that's me." I have 2 granddaughters. And like I say, I didn't want to do all pure journalism. I want to try and get it away from the writing that I used to do, which was basically politics and crime. And who wants to do that? I mean, I wanted to do some fun things. I wanted to explore with everybody. And I thought that that was the best way to deal with that, and to try and make some extra cash as I retired, because, you know, as a grandpa, I still owe lots of money, and we have to keep ahead of the ball game. And so that's why we went to social media and started doing this. So you come to Outlaw Radio 1960 on TikTok. It's also Outlaw Radio 1960 on YouTube. Or if you want to listen to some great classic music, you can go to live365.com. It's Outlaw Radio 1960 there again. We play classic rock and classic country. You'll love it. I can guarantee you'll love it. And also, you can also check us out and follow us on Facebook. We're Bruce Karen Baker. That's our Facebook page. We're glad to have you along. Please like and subscribe. And we're going to try it now. That looks good. Hey Google, stop timer. Hey Google, set timer 12 minutes.
All right, 12 minutes. Starting now.
And let's leave these on the parchment paper and let them cool. But Stormy disappeared somewhere. She thought she better hide and look innocent. There you go. Those are the cookies. And that is a ginger molasses cookie. They taste absolutely fantastic. I'm sure you'll love them if you try them. And I'm sure all the parishioners at Our Lady of Grace Catholic Church are going to have a great time chewing them down. I still have a few dozen more to go. And of course, there's Stormy waiting. Stormy, are you waiting for the first tidbit? Hi Maurice, how you doing? Yeah, so just a sec, we'll just flip the camera over here. There I am. So anyway, I'm so glad to have you along. Like I said, we're Outlaw Radio 1960. You can tune into our station at live365.com or tuneinradio.com. We'll be glad to have you along. You can also follow us here on TikTok. And you can also follow us on YouTube at outlawradio1960.com. YouTube at Outlaw Radio 1960. And you can also follow us on Facebook at Bruce Karen Baker. And we'd be glad to have you along there as well. But make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to like and follow here on TikTok. And make sure to follow us along on Facebook too. We'll be glad to have you along in the adventure. And this will be the defining moment as Karen has a taste of these soft cookies. And like I say, they're still cooling down, so they're still kind of cooking on the inside. But we'll certainly let that happen. Anyway, I wish all of you a very good night. It's been one heck of a time again this evening. Thank you for joining us throughout most of the day to watch us do the bread baking, checking out between the Black & Decker bread machine and the Wolfgang Puck bread machine. That was fun. And of course, thank you very much for joining us for our adventures in Hannah, Alberta, where we did our drone videos today. We really appreciate your support. And, John Deere. We got a lot of John Deere tractors around here. That might make him happy. Hi, John Deere. Anyway, so we're glad you stopped along. I have to kind of get out of here. I have a lot of things that we have to do. And we hope and pray that you have a delightful day and an even better day tomorrow. Happy trails. You see, I always hit the wrong button. Maybe it's my glasses. Have